What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So we're jumping into another demo for the Choose Wisely Festival, and this one is called Princess of World's End. And this is described on the Steam page as a dark fantasy visual novel about a girl named Princess who, through a strange series of events, unlocks a new power that changes her life forever. Guide Princess to help her get her life together, manage her relationships, her addiction, and excuse me, most importantly, prevent the end of the world. So it sounds very interesting. Let's go ahead and get started. You get the achievement, play the demo. You've played the demo for Princess of World's End. Chapter 1, The Awakening. Oh, like graphic. Okay, this demo is an early access version of the game. It does not include additional content from the Kickstarter campaign. That content will only be included in the full release. Content warning. This demo contains offensive language and discussions of heavy topics such as addiction and overdose. The rain pours down into the ocean, filling it with itself and becoming part of something so much greater. Raising it to greater heights, it offers a salty taste to the gods in the night sky. Where do we go when we die? The ocean cries out to the sky above. Only time will tell. The sky responds, looking down upon its tiny child throwing a temper tantrum. This is no ordinary day in the Arctic. Something sinister is abound. The waves rarely behave this way. Sirens blare from the crashing waves and foreboding atmosphere. 'Tis but a sign of things to come. There's no happiness here. All humans must drown. No life, no love. Doesn't make a difference to the ocean. More food for the fish. It loves those who inhabit it. Not appreciating foreign invaders, it remains steadfast in pushing those without the ability to reside away. In the woods, the rain was more peaceful. The pitter-patter of the raindrops rest on the leaves and fall towards the ground. Burrowing into the dirt, the rain sleeps until it is called forth to the sky once again. Little did the rain know what it was in the presence of. In this particular forest lies someone very special. This is a tale of a princess in a doomed world. No happy ending awaits her. No happy ending awaits anyone on this rock in the solar system. The princess slept soundly in the forest. The princess knows not what surrounds her. You are the princess, a sleeping beauty waiting to regain cognition. Wake up, dear princess. Enter her name. Okay, well, let's do Azrael. As you attempt to move, you find that you cannot do so. Numbness has taken over. Your body feels as if it is a statue. The feeling comes from the tips of your fingers. Everything lacks such a feeling. You begin to panic. The feeling returns so cold, so wet.
How did I even get into a situation like this?
Oh, I love that it's voice acted.
Wait, I remember now. It was those guys at the damn rock show last night. They must have laced this shit. I've never taken Numex and had side effects this severe.
You move your eyes around looking for your purse, but it is nowhere to be found. This means your cell phone, wallet, and other belongings are gone. The only thing left behind was an empty bottle of pills. You don't recognize the brand.
As if things couldn't get any fucking worse for me right now. They must have stole my purse when I was unconscious. Guess I'll deal with that situation later. First, I need to stand up and get out of the rain.
You are unable to slowly stand up and move under the cover of the trees. Everything is so much pain, your head is pounding. It feels like it's about to explode. Take cover and wait for the rain to end. Get moving to find your way home. Let's see if the rain will end. You decide to sit down and wait for the rain to stop before trying to go home. Being able to make that journey right now doesn't seem very realistic. Numbness, 80%. That's not good.
I was starting to think the rain would never end. Thank goodness.
Let's see something here. Can I let's turn the music volume down just a little bit, because the voice volume's still kind of really low to me. There we go. After a long time of waiting, the rain comes to pass. Your body is extremely cold. You cannot feel your skin at all. You won't last much longer out here in the cold night. After walking for a couple hours, you begin to see the outskirts of the town and just in the distance. It is very relieving to finally see civilization again.
Only a little further until I can make it home. I can do this.
You give yourself some motivation to continue along. However, the truth is, you are at your limit. In the back of your mind, you know that you still have at least another 2 or 3 hours of walking until you make it home. As you walk through the countryside, you notice a house that still has its lights on. It looks as if it's a small, older home, one that has seen a lot of
I
history.
hate to be this person, but I really need help right now.
People who live on this side of town are usually really nice. It's part of the culture out here to help people out when they are in need. Even though Virginia is pretty far north, a lot of people here still hold on to these traditional Southern values, especially those that live in rural areas.
Might as well knock and see if they're willing to help me out.
A little time passes, then you hear a resident begin to move. Someone approaches the door from the inside.
Sorry to bother you so late. I was walking back to the city and got caught up in the rain.
To the city? Well, that's a long walk late at night. You're welcome to take a rest inside my house. I will try and help you out the best I can.
The woman's house looks just as well lived in as the exterior. Everything seems like it is well loved and well used. She looks up at you and down with a concerned look on her face.
My goodness, what is a pretty thing like you doing walking in the rain on a Sunday night?
It's a long story I would rather not talk about right now if I'm being honest.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be pushy. I was just curious is all. My name is Samantha. I will go get you some towels and blankets. If you need anything else, please let me know.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. You can call me Princess. Let's just say it's a nickname that was earned, not given.
That is funny that they let you name yourself, but Princess is the nickname.
I'm not really a big fan of my birth name anyway, so it was bound to
Rude.
stick.
Well, that sounds interesting, Miss Princess. Tell me more when I come back, okay?
How dare you not like Azrael? It's a good birth name. Samantha's heading towards another room in the house. She moves slow, but not because of her physical health, merely just to show she trusts you. It seems like she will be gone for a while, judging by how far away she walked and how slowly she moved. Okay, rifle through her medicine cabinet. Stay here and try to stay calm. Let's not do that. Let's try to be calm.
I can't lie to myself. I'm fiending, but I also have to control it.
Your addiction rips into you for neglecting it. You do not give in this time, but this is one battle in a long war. Eventually, you'll be outnumbered. Only through incredible odds and dedication could that be overcome. Could they be overcome? Unrealistic goals need to lead to unrealistic outcomes. You must fight through unrealism. Samantha walks back inside the room. Looks like she forgot something. You take this opportunity to speak your mind.
You wouldn't happen to have any painkillers, would you?
I'm sorry, honey. I stopped using that stuff a long time ago. There's something I have that will help you out much more than a pill.
Samantha? Where are you?
After waiting a while, you start to get worried she may have dozed off or something. After you call her name, you hear her begin to approach. You hear her footsteps approaching. It seems like she heard you and is coming back.
Looks like you're awake now. Here, these will help you dry off.
Samantha hands you an immense amount of blankets and towels. She must have collected many over the years. She seems to have had a hard time letting things go.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I was busy fetching some medicine to help you out.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're still awake.
It looks like the pills have taken a toll on you, honey.
Wait, how did you know I was on pills?
Well, let's just call it intuition from someone with a similar experience in their past. You came to the right person. I can help someone like you. But first, I want you to hear my story.
Yes, of course.
Samantha begins the story talking about her upbringing. She was born and raised in South Carolina in a small beach town. Things were simple and she was happy. After graduating high school, she married her high school sweetheart. Life was going smoothly so far and nothing could get in her way. Things were not always simple, though. Complications began to arise. Around 10 years ago, Samantha's husband was injured at his job working construction. He went to a pain clinic and they prescribed him medicine for it. Little did he know the immense consequences this little prescription would have. His tolerance grew higher and higher, and so did the quantity of prescription. Oh man, this is going to be a rough in parts. 5 years after his first pill, Samantha's husband would overdose and die. Samantha had picked up on the habit as well, but swore to stop once her husband passed away. Doctors turned their back on Samantha when she stopped taking the pills. She was no longer a profitable customer. Even though Samantha had stopped taking the pills, her addiction persisted. Deep down, she knew she would relapse eventually. The pain in her heart couldn't be filled with anything but pills. Not that she had any other option. Instead of relapsing, Samantha took matters into her own hands. She was able to find a way to create medicine to help her addiction symptoms. Although she was very vague on the details, she promised that she will tell you more when she can trust you. Finding this information is also what led her to move to Virginia. Apparently, this is one of the very few areas in the United States that all the needed ingredients can grow.
I'm so sorry. You've been through so much. Losing someone to addiction isn't something I would wish on my worst enemy.
It is still the most difficult thing I have ever been through in my life. The past is the past, though. Nothing I can do to change it. What I can do is change the future.
Is that why you started creating your own medicine?
Yes, but I can't share it. If they find out, then they'll prosecute me for distribution of illegal drugs.
An awkward silence fills the room, and you can tell this is a battle that Samantha's been fighting in her head for years. The reality is that anything that cuts into the profits of modern medicine will never be promoted or allowed to exist. Any threats will be outlawed or exterminated by the great forces of capitalism. Money over morals is a lesson learned through hard experience, not just from her, but from many others like her.
Even if I cannot publish my discoveries, that doesn't stop me from being able to help people like you. I want you to have a sip of this, as long as you promise to keep this a secret between us.
Samantha walks over and picks up a strange-looking green liquid in a small bottle that she had set down on a nearby table. As she presents it to you, it gives off an incredible aura. You can tell that it took a lot of effort to create.
Sure thing. I trust you, Samantha. I won't tell a soul.
You begin to drink some of the medicine. It tastes very strongly of earth. You can feel the many different herbal ingredients smoothly flow down your throat. Your body relaxes like it never has before. You begin to feel as if you are being pulled into a dream which becomes more and more vivid with each passing moment. You open your eyes and are suddenly blinded with an incredibly powerful light. It seems you are in a cave of sorts, filled with crystals illuminating it. Seeing out of the exit hole is impossible, but you can hear the rain coming down outside.
Where am I? What is this place?
As you turn around, you see the body of water is even greater behind you. This place gives off a mysterious aura. It's hard to describe exactly. It feels almost as if you were being watched by a higher being of some sort.
It's really hard to tell if this is just a crazy dream or if this is really happening. Either way, I need to get out of here. This place kind of gives me the creeps.
After exiting the cave, you see a long path going into some mountains covered with forestry.
What is going on? This can't be real.
The rain is even colder in this place than the forest you woke up in before heading to Samantha's. Although that world seems like a faraway place with wherever you find yourself now. Rocks float in midair above you, as if held up by some supernatural magical force. With no other options, you follow the path into the mountains. You enter the dark forest and attempt to take cover under a tree to stay out of the rain. The thought of being stuck here forever begins to cross your mind. Normally, you could find shelter somewhere in a rainforest like this, but not now. Or a rainstorm, because Lord, rainforest. This place you have woken up in is so far from your reality, you don't know what to do. All of a sudden, you freeze in position without even thinking. Something is surely watching you now. You can just feel it. You attempt to silence your panic, breathing and calming down. Whatever is close by should leave you alone if you don't alert it. Uh-oh. Run away, fight. We're gonna run. I don't think we can fight that. What are we gonna fight it with? You quickly run away and try and lose the creature. However, it is somehow able to trace your scent even in the rain. No matter where you go, it catches up. It seems like there is nowhere left to run. It's a werewolf. The creature finally catches sight of you and does not hesitate for a moment. It immediately changes direction and begins to pick up speed. The kill is within sight. No need to hold back now. Yikes. Was that the... That's not the end of the demo, is it? Okay, there we go. I got back to it, so let's fight. The veins in your head begin to rush as blood starts flowing rapidly into your eyeballs. Every hair on your body stands up as it feels like your skin's being peeled off. You feel heat radiating from your skin's surface like a star being born in the night sky. Nothing is the same anymore. This is only the start. Dude, we turned purple. What kind of crap did that lady give us? Time freezes, your body begins to float in the air. Pain, fear, anxiety, paranoia, these feelings are amplified beyond the maximum of which you thought possible. However, as you realize this, your feelings are quickly replaced by something greater, something bigger than yourself. They are no longer trapped inside of your head. They are being channeled throughout your entire body. You're tired of being the victim, tired of not being in control. The feeling of despair begins to change into something else, something more useful. Anger, hatred, these feelings you have long suppressed begin to resurface. The power growing within you gives you the confidence, the confidence to finally fight
I'm not
back.
afraid of anything anymore. Well, what are you waiting for? Come at me already!
Responding to your taunt, the creature begins to attack. You can tell that there are no other thoughts behind those eyes. It is acting on its nature. Just like you, it is controlled by the power it wields. It is inevitable that it will attack a greater power that threatens it. The creature's hind legs shove the earth, propelling it forward. It is as if you can see it moving in slow motion. Your perception has become inhuman. Judging by its speed, it is no match for you, merely a test to see your true capabilities. With this power, you can obliterate it without a second thought. As if by instinct, you begin to concentrate your energy. Your newfound power begins to flow through your body and into your hand. Almost as if opening a faucet connected to a massive body of water, you feel an almost unlimited supply attached to you. Whatever power you are channeling is nothing compared to the greatness of its source. The creature approaches slowly but surely, violently running at you before you can release the attack. Little does it know that its fate has already been decided. You feel your veins begin to pulse, almost as if executing a pre-programmed command. It is not just the power you are channeling, but also the knowledge of how to use it.
Say goodbye, you furry fuck!
A black bullet flies out of your hand and cuts through the air at the light speed of light. Even with your ability to see the events around you, it is as if they are happening in slow motion. You can barely keep your eyes on this attack. It surges with power and seeks to destroy anything in its path. Dude, right through the chest. The attack instantly tore through it like a speeding bullet going through a paper target. The creature is frozen in place, unable to move a muscle. You can see the look of terror on its face as it realized this was the final moment it would be alive. Just as quickly as the battle started, it was over. Taking a life with no remorse, this is not something you thought you would do. But something else seems to be influencing you. You aren't fully in control. Murder is all you can think about. The pain is overwhelming. You feel a new part of you deep inside awakening, a part that should have never been born. Many voices in your head hurl commands at you with one thing in common: destruction. Use your overflowing power. Use it to destroy the wrong things in the world. However, the voices begin to get quieter and quieter. The silence finally allows you to think again. Just as quickly as the creature was killed, it vanishes from this world. So many unexplainable things happening at such a rapid rate. Your negative thoughts begin to rush back into your brain, going back home to where they belong. As you look down, you can see that you are slowly transforming back into your original form. You are right back where you started, in a forest in the rain. All alone, just as you always have been, with a feeling of dread and solitude overwhelming you. The darkness inside of you begins to vanish and is replaced by sorrow as your power fades away.
I can't do this anymore! I give up! Guess I'll be stuck in a goddamn forest for the rest of my life! In whatever fucked up world I've somehow ended up in!
Okay, numbness is now at 90. Suddenly you feel a mysterious energy surround you. Everything begins to fade away once again. It seems your prayers have been answered. Although you have not returned to your home, but have been transported to an even more unexplainable place than where you were before. You stand inside of a massive castle. Judging from the silence, it seems devoid of any people. However, everything is far too clean for it to be abandoned, so where is everybody?
You are incredibly powerful, I must say.
You feel a ghost-like presence as they step out in front of you after watching you from behind. Usually, you are really good at detecting people around you, but they completely took you by surprise. Something about them seems completely inhuman. You can't put your finger on what makes you feel this way. It's more of a gut feeling.
Just curious. What type of magic was that?
Magic? Is that what I was doing?
You don't know about magic? That must have been your awakening then.
They begin to look flustered and fall silent for a moment. You can tell they are processing a lot of different thoughts, deciding on the best course of action.
Firstly, my name is Kusunohime. I'm the goddess of vegetation and am responsible for governing all life on Earth. Secondly, you have a lot to catch up on. I'm going to guide you to my sacred library to do so.
Kusunohime walked through the hallway behind you into a large corridor. They walk in a hurry, although you don't see any reason you have to be in one. You're just happy you aren't getting attacked or rained on at this point. You will take what you can get. You aren't going to ask any questions. Kusunohime walks over to the desk on the right side of the room. They grab a book from inside one of the drawers and then walks over to you.
Looks like your spiritual energy is low. You do not have much time left to remain in this world. Before you return to where you came from, I want you to absorb the knowledge of this book I wrote. It will teach you the basics and we can go from there.
Kusunohime uses some sort of magic and the book begins to emanate a strange light. As you look into it, your vision fades away. You begin to have a flood of knowledge enter your brain. When a world is first created, so is a place called the Spirit Realm. Although it exists in a separate dimension, it is connected to the life on its original plane. The gods and spirits of that world reside in the Spirit Realm, and they govern all aspects of it. The Spirit Realm for Earth used to be vibrant and full of life. That was, until the Void arrived. The Void arrived to Earth's Spirit Realm around 2 years ago, shrouding it in darkness. With its arrival, it brought an army of evil spirits which it waged war with the divine. One by one, the gods of this world were captured and fed to the Void, being farmed for their spiritual energy. The only god who survived was Kusunohime, who went into hiding and assumed the role of all the gods in their absence. The Void is an evil spirit that has the power to travel to different spirit realms and consume that world's spiritual energy. Once it consumes enough energy in that planet's spirit realm, it then transports itself into the real world. This requires an incredible amount of energy and takes many years to do so, but once it happens, all life is instantly consumed. Once it sucks a planet dry, it moves on to the next one in an endless cycle. The Void here on Earth is nearing completion, meaning that unless it is defeated, it will destroy all life on Earth in approximately 6 weeks. No planet that has ever been infected with the void has survived or been able to destroy it. It sounds like Galacticus.
As you can see, things are not looking good at all. But not all hope is lost. I've been hiding in this underground secret base to analyze the void and may have found a weak point. If I can train you to use your power to its fullest capabilities, then it should be possible to take it out.
Why me? You seem like a pretty capable magic user yourself.
The truth is, I can't use any combat magic. My specialty is in other areas. I don't think it makes me any less of a magician. I'm not insecure about it at all.
Kasuna looks very nervous for some reason. Probably best not to push the issue.
You're the only one left who can fight it. All the other spirits and gods who have tried have been consumed by the void.
I see. So I should return here to train whenever I get the chance.
Give yourself time to recover. Being in this place as a human takes a toll on your body. If you want to maximize your training, come back once a week. At least in terms of time on your planet.
As Kasuna says this, you notice parts of your body are starting to fade away.
Looks like your time here is up. Return in 1 week's time and we will begin our training.
Your vision fades away as you begin to drift between this place and another. Of course I'm going to save. Okay, Monday, August 26th, 2004. As you awaken, your body feels like you ran a marathon in your sleep. Your head is pounding and your body is very slow to respond. The clock on the wall above you shows it is 8 in the morning. You must have slept here all night. You remember your incredibly strange dream, or was it a dream? Well, it had to be, right? The couch you've awoken on is incredibly comfortable, which makes it hard to get up and get going. It is sure nice to wake up somewhere that isn't the ground. The pillows make it feel like you are floating in midair. You cannot stay here forever, though. Your destiny awaits you. Objects at rest tend to stay at rest. The only way to change that is an outside force. You push yourself up and get your day started. You wander into the living room, still foggy in the head from a very rough night. The lines between dreams and reality are barely real at this point. It feels like you're floating around and watching yourself from a third-person perspective.
Good morning, little Miss Sunshine.
Samantha walked up behind you without your notice, causing you to jump back in surprise. Your sleepy thoughts got in the way of your senses.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to startle you. I was just checking up on you is all.
It's okay. I have just been really jumpy lately. It's not your fault.
Looks like the remedy had a very strong effect on you. Your side effects are a lot worse than mine were.
Side effects? What are the side effects?
Well, the normal ones are minor muscle fatigue and drowsiness, but instead it knocked you out cold.
I had the strangest dream ever. Must have been the medicine at work then.
Hopefully, since the side effects were stronger, the medicine will be stronger as well. You will still have cravings, but they will go away as long as you take a dose once a week and stay off the pills.
You nod in agreement to stay off the pills, but something still seems wrong. It feels like you're forgetting something important.
Oh shit! Today is my first day at work! I totally forgot! I gotta go. My shift starts in an hour, but if I run, I should be able to make it.
Oh no! Hurry up and get out of here then. Come back sometime next week for another dose.
My goodness, she's going to be in trouble. if her job starts in an hour, like she hasn't showered, she's in the same clothes from last night. You give her a thumbs up and then rush out of the house. Samantha waves goodbye out of her front window. She remains very friendly towards you, even with your very odd behavior. It seems she really does understand the pain you're going through, at least to an extent. You make a mental note to come back to her house next week. You were able to quickly run through the outskirts of town and into the city. Although your body is in immense pain, you push through to make it on time to the coffee shop. You were in shock when you got hired in the first place, given your horrific resume and lack of any good references. The pay is good enough to pay your apartment's rent and even make tips on top of that. If it wasn't for this job, you were most likely going to get evicted soon. You make it to the coffee shop, appropriately named Coffee, with minutes to spare. The shade from the tall buildings nearby provide much needed cooling. The summer heat is in full effect this time of year. Looking in the window, you see a reflection and are horrified. It looks like you were hit by a truck and fell in a puddle of mud. You take a moment to fix up your appearance as best you can before walking in. As you enter the shop, the strong smell of fresh coffee fills your nostrils. The coffee shop is full of many different kinds of people, young and old, wealthy and poor. The environment is much different than when you were here for a job interview during after hours. You see an employee walk up to you from behind the cash register. He approaches you with a friendly yet serious expression. You can tell he is very professional and good at his job, although from the looks of him, he seems to have a more fun side as well. He's also pretty nice to look at. Maybe that's why you're thinking about him so much.
Excuse me, miss. I just wanted to let you know that this is a safe space.
You look around for a moment and notice a number of homeless people with small cups of coffee. It seems like this place acts as a sort of safe haven for people that have fallen apart in hard times. He must think you're coming here because you are one of them. Well, he isn't entirely wrong.
Sorry, I'm not homeless or anything. I'm actually a new employee. Today is my first day. I had a really rough night and had to run here to make it on time. But I am here and ready to work.
I apologize. It's just that... Well, never mind, actually. My name is Xavier. I actually was assigned to help you with your training today.
Nice to meet you. You can call me Princess.
You can tell that this catches him off guard for a moment. It's clear that he's trying not to laugh in order to appear professional. It's also clear that he isn't doing a very good job of doing so. He begins to walk towards you with a newfound perspective.
Princess? Really? How did you end up with a name like that?
Let's just say it's a nickname that was earned, not given. Ever since I was a kid, people have told me I'm really high maintenance, so they started calling me Princess. I'm not really a big fan of my birth name anyway, so it was bound to stick. Don't worry, I will be a low-maintenance employee and save my princess-like behavior for outside of work.
Oh, I wasn't worried. You can be as much of a princess as you want as long as you do your job well. That reminds me, you should meet with Cassandra in the staff room. I'll show you where it is.
As you walk into the staff room, you immediately see a woman named Cassandra sitting at a table half asleep. It seems like you aren't the only sleep-deprived person in this coffee shop. She's completely unaware of your entrance, but she also kind of looks at peace that way.
She has a bad habit of dozing off whenever she is on break in here. Don't hold it against her. And don't try to talk to her before her alarm goes off. Just trust me on that one.
Does she sleep with her eyes open? Xavier has a fearful look on his face and makes no attempt to bother his manager during her break. It seems like he probably has experience trying to get her to wake up forcefully in the past. Judging from how he is acting right now, it's safe to assume that it did not go well at all.
Alrighty, time for me to get moving.
The girl suddenly jolts awake after a few seconds of her alarm going off. Her energy is unmatched, no wonder she's the manager of this place. You are conflicted. On one hand, it is rather responsible of her to set an alarm before dozing off. On the other, it seems unprofessional to sleep at work, especially as the manager. Although her first impression wasn't the greatest, she is defying my preconceived notions of her.
You must be the new employee. My name is Cassandra. Nice to meet you.
Cassandra jumped up out of her sleepiness and brightened up immediately, showing off her infectious smile. She has a certain aura of positivity that seems to touch the hearts of those around her, including you. People like this usually annoy you, but since she's your boss, you choose to let it slide and keep an open mind, at least for now. It also helps that she's undeniably beautiful.
Yes, she told me people usually call her Princess, which she prefers.
Aw, that's so cute! Welcome to the coffee shop, Princess. I'm the manager here, so I'll be showing you the ropes today. Xavier, could you back out and cover the front? I will take it from here.
Xavier hurries back to the busy coffee shop after giving you and Cassandra a reassuring smile. As he leaves, Cassandra approaches you with a confident look on her face.
We are a bit understaffed, and the shop is busy, so a lot of your training will be learning while doing. Is that okay?
That works for me, I guess.
Great! I'll teach you the basics of the cash register. That's where you'll start.
What happened to that dude who interviewed me? I think his name was Doug or something like that.
Oh, him? Yeah, we had to fire him last week after we caught him stealing money from the cash register. Your first lesson of training is to not be like Doug. I will teach you some more lessons on the cash register. Follow me.
Don't be a Doug, got it. Cassandra gives you a brief tutorial on how to work the register and the system of the coffee shop. It seems simple enough. First, you take the customer's orders and write it on a slip, which gets hung up behind the counter. Then you punch in the total into the register and take the customer's payment as Xavier or Cassandra make the drink.
All right. Are you ready, Miss Princess?
Yeah, I've worked the register at some of my past jobs. I feel pretty confident.
Be careful, though. Some of our customers can be very difficult and will get very angry if you mess up their order.
That's okay. Difficult customers aren't anything new to me either.
Perfect. I'll have you start with this customer. Don't be afraid to call me or Xavier over if you have any questions.
A difficult-looking customer approaches.
Welcome to coffee. Can I get a name for the order?
The name's Martha, not that you would care. You got anything good here? I don't usually trust any coffee outside of my usual shops in the Bronx.
Well, you can take a look at the menu. I am here if you have any questions.
Martha looks very irritated as she glances over the menu momentarily. I don't like any of this liberal bullcrap. Just get me a coffee New York style. 5 shots of espresso, hold the milk, and then give me some cream or whip on the side with some espresso beans that are also on the side. I mean, that sounds complicated and ridiculous too, just gonna say. Actually, can I do whole milk? And actually 5 seems like a lot. Let me do just 4. Also, I decided I want the milk on the side as well. Actually, no milk, please. It only makes my stomach hurt. Good lord, lady. All right, time to write down the order. What was on the side? Oh, Christ. Whipped cream and... whipped cream and milk. Cream of whip. Espresso beans. Cream of milk and... God, I don't remember because she was so bossy. I think it was the cream of whip and milk. She did mention espresso beans, but I don't think she said she wanted those on the side. But I know she wants the milk on side for sure, so that takes out those 2. And she didn't say whipped cream, she said cream of whip, I thought. So I'm gonna go with that one. What kind of... Oh, God, maybe it was the whipped cream and the... Oh, whatever. Oh, yeah, she said no milk. Okay, I'm confused. She said 4. I got the first one wrong, for sure.
All right. I will have that coffee ready for you shortly.
I mean, I would have paid a little bit more attention. But I didn't know I was going to actually have to answer it, which is pretty cool. Okay, so you begin to help out the other customers in line as Xavier creates the complicated order from Martha. After Xavier finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. She's going to be like, this is all wrong. It's wrong. It's all wrong. My day is officially ruined. Martha asks for the manager and you direct them to Cassandra. They begin to scream at her for a solid 10 minutes straight as she smiles and apologizes repeatedly. You pretend not to notice and continue assisting other customers. Well, I mean, if you're somebody who changes your mind that many times when you're doing an order, I don't know how you expect anybody to be able to follow it. Just make your coffee yourself. Go home, make your own coffee. It's probably honestly cheaper too. I mean, even all those things, because you're going to have them left over. Because I know espresso beans can be expensive. But those are going to be left over, so you're going to have a bag of them. Make your own freaking coffee, okay? You're going to be that big of a jerk. You just do it at home. A difficult-looking customer approaches. Okay,
Welcome to
I got
coffee.
this.
Can I get a name for the order?
Greg. I need something strong today. I just got done with a 17-hour unpaid shift with my blue-collar brothers in arms.
Well, you can take a look
Dude,
at
who
the
talks
menu.
like that?
I am here if you have any questions.
Greg begins to grip his belt and squint at the menu with a confused look on his face. What in the goddamn hell is an Americano? I swear this country's going to hell with all this European bullshit. Let me just get a dark roast with some hazelnut creamer and 3 packs of sugar on the side. Actually, ordering creamer that has nut in it sounds kinda gay. Let me just do half and half instead. You know what? Screw it. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little fruitcake as long as you voted for Bush. What the hell is going on in this game? Let me get hazelnut, but this time make it an extra dark roast and add another pack of sugar on the side. So he wants hazelnut with dark roast. So hazelnut creamer with dark roast and 4 packs of sugar. All right, time to write down the order. Okay, what kind of creamer? He wants the hazelnut. He wants dark roast, and 4 packs of sugar should be correct. Because he originally
Thank you
said
for
3,
your business.
and
I'll
then he
get to
said
making that coffee right away.
add 1 more onto it. You begin to help out the other customers in line as Cassandra creates the complicated order from Craig. Or Greg. I said his name wrong. I did it on purpose. You're a Craig. After Cassandra finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. It's wrong. What do you mean it's wrong? It is not wrong. I followed what you frickin' wanted, you dingbat. It's wrong. It's all wrong. My day is officially ruined. Greg asks for the manager and you direct them to Cassandra. They begin to scream at her for a solid 10 minutes straight as she smiles and apologizes repeatedly. You pretend not to notice and continue assisting other customers. Wow, we aren't doing very well right now. I followed his stupid order though. Oh god, why are they all difficult? A difficult-looking customer approaches.
Welcome to coffee. Can I get a name for the order?
My name is Holly, and I'm in a big hurry to get to a meeting, so can we please make this quick? Terry texted me his coffee order and asked me to pick it up. Let me see what he said. Holly pulls out her cell phone from a holster in her belt and flips it open. She begins to push buttons extremely slowly until she finally reaches the screen she wants. Then she opens her purse and begins rummaging around for her reading glasses. After a few minutes, she finally finds them and begins to read out the order. Okay, so Terry said he wants a chocolate lavender macchiato with 3 extra shots of espresso. Oh wait, actually he texted me to also include the fact that he wants a caramel drizzle on the left side of the cup. Oh my god. Now I've forgotten. Caramel macchiato? Nope, lavender macchiato. With 3 pumps of whatever and caramel drizzle on the left side of the cup. Sorry, he just texted again and said that actually he doesn't want it on the left side of the cup or the top. So what, you want it on the right? Oh my god. Okay, it was chocolate lavender. 3 extra shots. And we're going to put it on the right. God, I don't know.
Thank you for your business. I'll get to making that coffee right away.
She can't be mad about it because it's not her coffee, so. You begin to help out the other customers in line as Cassandra creates the complicated order from Holly. After Cassandra finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. I swear to God if this one's not right. Okay, how is it wrong? And how is your day ruined, Holly? It's not your damn coffee. I gave you the chocolate lavender with 3 frickin' pumps of whatever, and he didn't want it on the left or the top, so we have right. Get out of here. No, it's wrong. It's all wrong. My days. I don't really care. Oh, yes, for the manager, and you direct them to Cassandra. They begin to scream at her for a solid 10 minutes straight as she smiles and apologizes repeatedly. You pretend not to notice and continue assisting other customers. Look, I'll give you the first 2 I did, but that third one I know I did right. I had to have done that right. You give me too much frickin' information. I can't hold it all. Today felt like one of the longest shifts you've ever worked. The customers kept coming at all hours of the day. Before you knew it, the shop was closing for the day. You help Cassandra and Xavier with closing duties as the evening sun beams in through the windows. Eventually, they tell you to go home and congratulate you on an awesome first day. It didn't sound awesome. It sounded bad. You use the last of your strength to walk home after a long day of work. Usually you wouldn't stop and stare at your apartment building, but after so many near-death experiences, you weren't sure if you would ever see it again. After everything you've been through in the last 24 hours, to say you're exhausted is an understatement. Nothing sounds better than being able to wash up and relax in the comfort of your own home. Man, she must have smelled, that's all I gotta say. Having been through all that crap. You walk inside and are greeted with the same boring, bare-bones interior decoration as always. Maybe when you fix your financial situation, you'll finally get around to decorating this place. However, part of you enjoys the simplicity of its current state. It's like a blank canvas with so many exciting possibilities. Well, no use thinking about it now. Time to wash up and get some much-needed sleep. After showering and putting on your pajamas, the sun has set completely. The darkness of the night feels comfortable now that you are able to rest easy in a familiar place. You climb into bed and get ready for another day of work. Numbness goes down to 10%, so we're at 80 now. Okay, Tuesday, August 27th, 2004.
Alright, I should get going. I need to head to work soon.
You climb out of bed and are greeted by the bright morning sun shining through your window. Excuse me. The new day brings you a new sense of renewed optimism about life. Now that you finally have hopes for sobriety, it feels almost like a new person. I don't want to go to work, it sucks. You head on over to coffee for another shift. The Jefferson City downtown is busy with adults heading to work and children heading to school. Everyone is headed somewhere they don't really want to be, but that's just how life is. If you let the negative thoughts get you down, you would just rot in bed all day, every day. Sometimes it's worth to push yourself out of your comfort zone. You return to a place you only left a short while ago. The morning sun shines on the tinted windows and reflects the city. Who knows how many customers you will have today, although it isn't too busy outside. As you walk inside, you see only 2 customers. Looks as if business is much slower than it was at this time yesterday. You look around and then you notice someone familiar. Actually, I'm kind of surprised there's only 2 customers with people heading to work. That's usually when they get their coffee. Xavier is cleaning some tables in the corner of the shop where nobody is sitting. You can tell he's been working hard because of how intense his focus on the task is. His dedication is admirable. It seems like he genuinely enjoys the task of cleaning. That says a lot about a person. They're dedicated, loyal, and trustworthy, at least in your opinion. You debate on whether or not to talk to him. He seems like he's really in the zone right now. Let him vibe. Let's
Hey
talk to him.
Xavier, nice to see you again.
Oh, what's up, princess? Sorry I didn't notice you. I was locked in on this. It's good to have you back. I was worried you would tap out after such a busy first day.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Well, you still have to prove that to me. Anyone can last one day. Think of it as a challenge. Show me you've got what it takes to be a coffee employee.
Xavier gives you an assured look that you return with a smile that says, "Challenge accepted." It's hard not to keep staring deep into his eyes. They hold so many wonders behind them. You feel a sense of warmth inside you. Looks like he's going back to focusing on cleaning. You remember to go talk to Cassandra before she thinks you're late to work. As you approach the staff room entrance behind the bar, you spot Cassandra walking out of it. She heads towards you looking as friendly as always.
Hey, Princess. You got here right on time. As you can see, we're a little slow today. Tuesdays and Thursdays are always like this, but that makes it the perfect time to clean. I pulled up a list of tasks on the laptop in the staff room. Go pick one and get started on it.
A part of you naturally wants to talk back at the people who give you orders, but you refrain from doing so. For one, this job actually seems pretty chill. Nothing you've been asked to do seems unreasonable. Also, something about Cassandra makes you actually enjoy getting bossed around by her. Some explicit scenes with her in a powerful position over you run through your brain, but you ignore those thoughts before you get too worked up. Okay, weird. I mean, just better. Cleaning task. Deep clean the dishes, wipe down the windows. I didn't see the other ones. Looks like you have the choice of either cleaning dishes or wiping down the windows. There's a note with 2 phone numbers attached to the side of the computer. These must be Cassandra and Xavier's phone numbers. You take it and put it inside of your bra for safekeeping.
All right. What tasks should I do today?
Deep clean the dishes. Let's wipe down the windows. You walk outside and begin wiping down the windows. The summer morning weather feels nice on your skin. You slowly clean while people watching everyone heading to work. This is very relaxing. You're glad you picked this over washing dishes. Okay, numbness went down 5%. We're at 75. After cleaning all morning, you look around for Cassandra to ask what else you could do to help. You notice only 1 customer in the shop. It's even slower than it was this morning. The only employees still in the shop seem to be you and Cassandra, who is standing behind the counter. She notices you looking for her and walks over to talk to you.
Thanks for cleaning today. You were a big help. You can leave now. This place isn't going to get any busier, so I can handle it alone for the rest of the day. Oh, by the way, did you write down me and Xavier's phone numbers on the staff computer?
Yes, I got them. I don't have a cell phone right now, but I can call from my landline at home if I need anything.
Sounds good. Don't be afraid to give us a ring if you want to hang out. We are a tight-knit family here at Coffee. We have another busy day tomorrow, though, so be here and ready to go by 7.
Don't worry, Cassandra. I won't disappoint you.
You give Cassandra a confident looking grin and a thumbs up, which seems to amuse her. Her eyes sparkle as she lets out a laugh at your corny response. She seems to really enjoy talking to you, but it is hard to tell if she treats everyone this way or if she's being extra nice to you in particular. I think that's kind of her personality. As you walk home, you observe the hustle and bustle of the city. Everyone seems to be heading out to grab lunch and then return to their desk job. It is a really weird feeling to already be done with work at this point in the day. Suddenly you realize something. Why are you heading home? The more you think about it, sitting in your apartment alone really doesn't seem all that appealing. All you're going to do is think about taking pills and eat the little amount of food in your fridge. Maybe it would be better to do something fun around town. You try and think of a fun activity you can do that doesn't cost money. Go to the park, walk around the city. How about go to the park? After walking to the park, you are entranced with the sounds of nature. Taking a seat at a bench, you decide to take it all in for a moment. The birds chat in the trees as kids play around in the grass fields. You feel the wind blowing your hair side to side as it switches directions. As you people watch, you see someone wave in your direction. You awkwardly turn around to see if they could be looking at someone behind you, but nobody is nearby. They begin to approach you, and as they do, you begin to recognize them from your past.
Princess! Wow, I never thought I would run into you here of all places. Do you still go by that name? I remember you getting mad when I called you your real name once.
How dare she get mad because she doesn't like Azrael? That's just rude.
Yeah, I still prefer not to be called that. Princess is just fine. I'm sorry to ask this, but what was your name again?
Oh, that's no problem. It's Jane. I wouldn't have expected you to remember that. We hardly knew each other back then.
Her name begins to uncover some forgotten memories stored in the back of your head. You remember her from your high school. She was a grade above you and was in the marching band and science club. Needless to say, she wasn't exactly Miss Popular. However, you remember her being well liked by her peers.
Well, I actually just graduated from Virginia University. I got a job here as a junior environmental scientist. I've only lived here for a month, but I've enjoyed it so far. What about you? I had no idea where you went after you dropped out. There were a lot of rumors.
Yeah, I figured. Well, here I am. I wouldn't say I'm thriving by any means, but I'm surviving.
Well, I can't imagine how hard it must have been to live on your own at only 16. You are very brave.
Even though you only spoke a couple times before this, Jane seems to genuinely care about your well-being. This is hard for you to process. It is crazy to think about how different your lives have turned out. She could have easily just written you off, pretended she didn't know who you were, but she went out of her way to speak with you. The other shocking thing is the way her appearance has changed. She was always cute. However, you notice two important things that have developed significantly in the past 5 years.
I'm sorry, I'm actually on the job right now, so I can't chat for much longer. Could you write your number down for me? I'll try and call you so we can find a day to get properly reacquainted.
Sure, I don't have a cell phone right now, but I can give you my landline.
Jane pulls out a small journal and writes your number down. You notice how it is organized with tabs and color-coded. It suits her personality. Her handwriting is very elegant and eligible and legible. It looks more like the writing of an author rather than a scientist.
Thanks, Princess. I hope we can hang out soon.
Life sure is strange sometimes. You sit and enjoy the park for a while longer until heading back to your apartment. Okay, went down 10. We're manageable now. We're at 65%. After getting home, after catching up with Jane, and relax for a while in your living room. That doesn't make sense. It should be after getting home and catching up with Jane, you relax for a while in your living room. You eat some leftovers from your fridge and ponder what you should do this evening. There's still a good amount of time until you usually go to bed, and you still have a fair amount of energy.
I should give someone a call and see if they want to hang out.
You consider your options, not that there is that many. Many friends have come and gone throughout the years in the city. You exchange numbers with Jane today, but you also don't want to call them this soon and seem desperate. Your best bet is to either call Xavier or Cassandra. They said they would be down to hang sometime. Oh, I wonder when we meet him. I'm going to call Xavier. After thinking it over, you decide to give Xavier a call. You remember his number from the note in the coffee shop's laptop. It's somehow stuck around in your memory, perhaps for a reason.
Hey, it's me. I was wondering if you were available tonight to hang out.
Princess? I was hoping you would call. Yeah, let's hang. Here, write down my address. You can come game with me in my dorm if you want.
Ooh,
That
fun.
sounds fun, actually. I'll get ready and head over.
I'm all down for a game date. You find a pencil and paper and write down the address of his dorm building. Next, you find your trusty map of the city and sketch out your route. You can't help but wonder if someone will invent something in the future to make this process far easier. Probably not. Directions are complicated as fuck. I mean, not really, but... After relaxing for a bit and getting ready, you head out to the University of Jefferson. The fresh night air is surprisingly cheerful as compared to the darkness of the late night. Light bounces around the streets as the moon shines down. You can't help but feel cheerful as you stride through the city. After getting a little lost walking around campus, you eventually make it to the Northwest dorm building. Who would have thought it would be in the southeastern part of campus? Must be a traditional American thing. Naming shit even if it makes no sense and being like, deal with it. After pondering what it means to be a citizen of a flawed country, you head inside the dorm building.
Hey, this dorm is actually really clean.
As you walk into Xavier's dorm room, you can't help but be shocked at how well maintained it is. Boys in college usually have disgusting dorm rooms. If you're lucky, they wash their bed sheets once a year. But this one is the cleanest you've ever seen by far.
Well, I don't just clean at coffee, you know? It's like therapy to me. Whenever I start thinking about the future too much, or how I'm gonna afford tuition here, I clean. It helps take my mind off things. What about you? What do you do?
Mostly just party and pop pills, to be honest. Let's not say that. Let's say I'm a reading
What do
girl.
you usually read?
Mostly just romance. I'm not like other girls.
Oh my. I've never met a girl who likes reading romance before. You truly are one of a kind. So, do you want to try out this new retro game system I got?
Was that a joke? Because I feel like traditionally women do read romance books. I feel like that's supposed to be a joke, or maybe it's like the way she looks, he wouldn't expect her to be interested in stuff like that. But romance is usually read by women, not typically men.
I found it in my childhood bedroom while I was home over summer.
You nod enthusiastically to show you want to try it out. He gets the message and begins to set up the game.
Alright, this game is called Super Landlord Simulator. I will be the landlord and you could be the property manager.
The title screen shows an apartment complex that looks really run down. It's called University Heights. It looks like these are student apartments. The property manager character looks like he has a large magnifying glass and is searching through each apartment very intently, looking for fees he can charge the tenants. The landlord is sitting in his office, rubbing his hands and laughing evilly.
Wow, that is shockingly realistic. How do I play?
It will give you a tutorial once I press start. Speaking of, let's get started.
The game shows you the ropes with a brief scene that shows the controls and then thrusts you right into the game. You struggle to pick it up at first, but eventually you get the hang of things. Retro games are really unforgiving towards new players. You've reached a critical point in the game. Some college kids have just moved out. They were all out-of-state students, so they are long gone and cannot physically confront you. They did a great job of cleaning everything and moving out while following all the rules. However, you notice that the sink that was leaking when they moved in is still leaking. What should you do? Well, if it was leaking when they moved in, that's on you. Just gotta say. Leave it to the next tenant. Charge them an extra $1,000 to fix it. I'm gonna charge them. You call them and tell them you're charging them extra for it, and shockingly, they're very upset by this. They threaten to sue you, but luckily they're college kids, so they are definitely too broke to afford to do that. Xavier had already double-checked to make sure none of their parents are lawyers.
Oh, yes, Princess! We just got a huge score bonus from that.
After playing for a while longer, you finally reach the end and your score is displayed on the screen.
Oh, nice job! You did really well, especially considering it's your first time playing.
Once I figured out the basics, I started doing better. I used to be a big gamer in high school. Do you want to play again?
Sure, why not?
You and Xavier continue playing games late into the night. Time flies as you have so much fun you almost forgot you have work tomorrow. After heading home to catch some last-second sleep, you think about your relationship with Xavier. So many exciting adventures await with him, it fills you with happiness. Okay, so we went down another 5, so we're at 55 now. Okay, Wednesday, August 28th, 2004. I do like that they have some, like, actual, almost like cutscenes. Like with the one with her falling through the air and the one where she's like laying down and waking up. That's really neat. I like that. You wake up bright and early at 6 a.m. You need no need to dilly-dally. You decide to get ready and head to work. You enjoy walking through the city in the early morning. The usual busy streets have only a few early morning commuters. Shops are opening for business and preparing for the rush of people grabbing something on the way to work. It's like the calm before the storm. As you approach the door to coffee, you notice that it has not even opened yet. You did get here a bit early, but you did not expect to be the first one. Just as you think that you hear someone walking towards you from the alleyway.
Good morning, Princess.
Good morning.
Hope you weren't waiting out here too long. I was just taking care of some stuff in the back.
Cassandra sleepily moves towards the metal door cover, pulling out a set of keys to unlock it. It seems like she's not nearly as energetic when it's early in the morning. That's perfectly understandable, especially if she had to be here even earlier than you. You enter the shop and are surprised to see everything set up already. Cassandra must have worked hard to be able to do all the opening tasks by herself.
We're going to start getting a lot of customers soon, so you should get on the register. I still have some other things to take care of.
Cassandra heads to the staff room as you head over to the cash register to prepare for the wave of customers. Just as you do that, you hear the entrance door open. A difficult-looking customer approaches. Why are they always difficult? Why can't you just
Welcome
be
to
a
coffee.
nice person?
Can I get a name for the order?
Me, Brad. Me like coffee. Oh, God. Brad takes one of the to-go menus and looks at it with a blank expression on his face. You notice that his eyes are bloodshot red, and he also has a syringe stuck in his arm, dangling around like a dog wagging its tail. Brad hungry. Brad's so hungry. Brad puts the menu in his mouth and begins to chew on it. Smack it. Bad Brad. Brad want crunch crunch, black crunch crunch roast. Brad want big coffee and small cup. Okay, so big coffee and small cup. What the fuck does that mean? He wants dark. Okay, so coffee big, Brad want biscuit. Slurp, slurp. Brad stops chewing on the menu. This might be a sign that his order is complete. Great. I hope we sanitize that. All right, time to write down the order. What size of cup? Well, he wanted a big coffee in a small cup, right? That's what he said. I'm pretty sure. Was it a small? No, it was a big coffee in a small cup. What kind of coffee? He wanted dark. What is on the side? A biscuit? I think it was a biscuit. I don't know. It's probably wrong.
Thank you for your business. I'll get to making that coffee right away.
I can't see myself ever getting these things right. You begin to help out the other customers in line as Cassandra creates the complicated order from Brad. After Cassandra finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. Well done. You actually got my order right. Oh, wow, and you can actually talk normal. Brad hands you a $5 bill and walks off with a smile on their face. You pocket it while Xavier and Cassandra aren't looking and continue assisting other customers. Drug money. Oh my god. I thought she was going to quit that. How about apartment money? A difficult-looking customer approaches.
Welcome to coffee. Can I get a name for the order?
Hello, my name is Harrison, but I prefer to be called by my spiritual name of, oh god, Dr. Yesavarius Yinthan Langley Killington IV. I shall take a look at your wares. Harrison takes out a strange-looking monocle and begins to survey the menu through it. You know, but the fact that she's going to use that as drug money, I ought to just get all these wrong on purpose. Preposterous. This menu has no class, no style, nothing. I refuse to stoop so low as to choose one of these horrendous options. Instead, I shall have you, my humble servant and slave of my command, choose a small drink for me. It must be dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan, and have no GMO products or any unnatural ingredients. So just a coffee. Make sure to pick a drink with class as well. I don't want to be mistaken for a commoner. Harrison crosses his arms and waits for you to come up with an order for him. Oh my god. Why? God, this feels like real life. All right, time to write down that order. What kind of drink? I don't know. I don't know what any of those are. Like, I don't drink coffee. First of all, I'm not a coffee fan. Look, I'm gonna Google those really quick. Americano. I do kind of know that one. I think that's a small. It usually comes in a small coffee. Yeah, okay, so that it's it gets a shot of espresso with hot water. And it's usually I know people usually drink them in smaller cups because they're kind of strong. So there's at least nothing in that. I'm pretty sure lattes have milk. Yeah, steamed milk and foam. So we don't want that. I think cappuccinos do as well. Yep, steamed milk. And I have no idea what is that, a cortado? Oh, it's a Spanish espresso drink. Okay. Yeah, and it's got milk. So we're going to go with the Americano because that has nothing. What kind of milk? Well, he said it had to be vegan, so we would go with almond. And he wanted small, right? Yeah, he said a small drink, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you for your business. I'll get to making that coffee right away.
Because if I actually worked here and I got something like that, I'd be like, you know what? I'm done. I quit. Okay, you begin to help out the other customers in line as Cassandra creates a complicated order from Harrison. After Cassandra finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. Look, and I played Coffee Talk, and I could get those drinks pretty good. It's wrong. It's all wrong. My day's officially ruined. Harrison asks for the manager, and you direct them to Cassandra. They begin to scream at her for a solid 10 minutes straight as she smiles and apologizes repeatedly. You pretend not to notice and continue assisting other customers, because I don't care anymore at that point. Like, I took the order, whatever. Okay, a difficult-looking customer approaches.
Welcome to coffee. Can I get a name for the order?
A gaudy lady with a very annoying small dog in her oversized purse walks up to the counter to order. You would point out that the sign says no pets allowed that was on the front door, but she looks highly problematic, so it would probably only cause more issues. Hey girlie, I'm Pamela, and this is my little girl sweetheart. She's super well behaved, so don't worry about her. Yeah, that's why she's barking so much. Let me look and see what you got here. The dog barking is starting to drive you absolutely insane, but you keep your customer service smile going. You also wonder why every problematic customer introduces themselves to you. Does that mean they're all regulars? Which means they're coming back? You have to see them again? Oh no. Okay, I'll take a tall iced coffee with half and half and 4 pumps of vanilla syrup. I swear to God, could you just leave it at that and not change it? Tall iced coffee, half and half, 4 pumps of vanilla. Oh, oops, this isn't Starbucks, my bad. IDK what tall is with normal size drinks, but you can figure that out. Oh, also, I want a little cream on the side for my pup. All right, time to write down. Oh my God, I've already forgot. She wants an iced coffee with 4 pumps of vanilla, right? 4. And tall, I would assume, is an extra large.
Thank you for your business.
We weren't
I'll
even
get to
asked
making
about
that
the cream
coffee
on the
right
side.
away.
Why are you giving me this information? That just confuses me more. Thank you for business. God. I'm going to get it wrong. You begin to help out the other customers in line as Cassandra creates the complicated order from Pamela. After Cassandra finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. It's wrong. It's all wrong. My day's officially ruined. Maybe it was just it was just large. Pamela asked for the manager, blah, blah, blah. Yep, I know, 10 minutes. I don't care. And look, we at least got one right. As the rush of customers finally ends, you take a look around. Looks like it's already evening again. The nice part of working a busy shift is that the time goes by incredibly fast. The bad part is that you are completely exhausted. After finishing up your closing task, you say goodbye to Cassandra and Xavier and head home. After showering and eating dinner, you still have a bit of energy before going to sleep. Well, actually, not really, but you will be damned if you go on an entire day without doing anything for yourself. This forces you to will the energy into existence. Catch up on reading, do your skincare routine. Well, I did have a shower, so I would think that I would have done that. Let's do some reading.
I should do some reading. I'm curious what happens next in this book anyway.
You begin to read a novel while curling up into bed. It's super comfortable, which also makes it really hard to concentrate on the book. Eventually, you drift off to sleep with the book in hand. Okay, so numbness went down 10%, giving us 45. Okay, Thursday, August 29th, 2004. You wake up around 8 a.m. Luckily, your shift doesn't start as early today. It's really nice to be able to wake up before your alarm goes off. After getting ready and eating a small breakfast, you head out to go to work. You walk quickly through downtown and arrive at the coffee shop. It is hard to tell whether the shop is open or not because of how little people are inside. Xavier looks like he's dying of boredom standing behind the register. You decide to head inside before he notices you staring at him. As you walk in, you say hello to Xavier and an old man slowly sipping his coffee in the corner. You look around only to notice that he's the only customer in the shop right now. With Xavier at the register, you decide to go in the staff lounge and see if there are any tasks that need to be done. Looks like Cassandra's taking an early break, probably because of how little there is to do right now. You can't tell if she's sleep deprived or just a very sleepy person in general. Even though her eyes are open, you can tell that her mind is elsewhere, especially because she hasn't noticed you at all. You decide to quietly walk over to the computer and see what tasks are available. Cleaning tasks. Mop the floor, check inventory. You sneak out of the staff lounge just in case Cassandra's alarm goes off and she wakes up. It'd be bad if she thought you were watching her sleep.
Alright, what tasks should I do today?
Mop floor check. Oh, and we're checking inventory. I would much rather do that. You pick up the checklist from the supply closet and begin doing inventory on all the supplies behind the coffee bar. Even though this seemed like an easy task, you quickly realize it would be much tougher than you expected. You have to count so many things: cups, espresso, coffee beans, syrups. The amount of supplies needed to run a coffee shop is truly astounding. You're able to finish the inventory eventually, but you develop a headache in the process. Oh my god, get over it. Like, seriously, you can't handle that? Like, to me, I would rather do that than mop the frickin' floors. After completing your cleaning task, you decide to take your lunch break. You ate some leftover pastries, which were close to expiring, and went on a walk around the block. This seems like a good habit to get into. It helps you digest your food and get out of the coffee shop for a little bit. However, your break is nearly over. Time to return to your post. Looks like nothing much has changed. The shop still seems to be slow on business. You look around and do not see Cassandra anywhere. She must still be working on some stuff in the staff room. That may be giving her too much credit. She's probably just nodding off while pretending to look busy.
Hey, Princess. Cassandra told me that you can leave now. I'm going to leave soon myself, but I still have a few things to take care of.
Well then, guess I should head home. See you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Have a good rest of your day.
You begin to walk towards the direction of your apartment. However, you begin to have second thoughts, much like the last time you got out of work early. I already visited the park. Perhaps I should take a walk around the city. Now seems like as good as any time. After walking around town for a while, you wander into an upscaled convenience store. Usually you like to grab a snack and sit at a table and people watch through the large windows. Today you kind of just wandered in here on a whim. You already ate some leftover pastries at the coffee shop. It has been a while since you have been here though. The only reason you came here before was because it was close to your previous job. As you walk up and down the aisles looking at the new items they have, you notice something. A man is looking at you through the corner of his eye. Once he sees you notice this, he begins to approach.
What's a fine lady like you doing here all by yourself?
First of all, that has got to be one of the worst pickup lines I have ever heard. Second of all, I'm shopping for groceries. Is that really so strange to do alone?
Okay, you got me. That was a super lame line. I just couldn't think of anything better to say. The name's Felix. Let's just start this conversation over again and pretend I wasn't being a creep.
I mean, I think it's sweet. Your harsh words didn't seem to faze him in the slightest. You can't help but be impressed. Most men throw up the white flag and retreat immediately when you extend your claws, metaphorically, of course. However, he's different, which means he's either a complete bonehead or his confidence is just on another level. Probably some mix of both of those things.
Okay, I guess I'll give you one redo. Try asking a more normal question this time.
Okay, what is your name? How long have you been in the city?
People call me Princess. I ran away from home when I was 16 and moved here. So I guess I've been here for 5 years now? Time started flying as soon as I left my hometown. Probably just because I've been focused on making it to tomorrow.
Oh, wow. I actually had a pretty similar experience. My folks kicked me out at 17. I worked a bunch of odd jobs until I got my current gig as a bartender. I haven't talked to him ever since. Is it the same way with you?
My dad tries to get in touch with me every now and then, but it's never for anything good. I was never really close with my family anyway.
You and Felix stand in silence, reflecting upon your past. Although your initial judgment of him was that he was just another creepy dude, it seems that there is a lot more to him. He's very handsome and confident, but on the inside he's probably hurting just as bad as you are.
Sorry if I made it weird again. I have a habit of doing that if you couldn't tell. If you give me your number, I can give you a call to hang out sometime. Sorry if I made it weird again. If you give me your number, I can give you a call to hang out sometime. Third time's the charm, they say. I just need one more chance, and I promise to be as normal as possible.
Well, I don't usually do this, but you seem innocent enough. Fine. I'll write my number down. Don't text me though. It's a landline. I don't have a cell phone right now.
Felix writes his number down on a receipt and gives it to you. He then hands you his cell phone so you can create a contact for yourself. You aren't sure if you fully trust him yet, though. put in a fake number. Look, I'm not putting in a fake number. I think he's just fine. His little pickup line was not that big of a deal, okay? So I'm going to put in my real number. You decide not to put a fake number in. Your instincts tell you he's actually a good guy. He just seems to be horrible at first impressions. And
Thanks.
I've met a lot
I
of
promise
guys like that.
you won't regret this.
I mean, some people just don't know how to go up and approach somebody, because it's a very hard thing to do, whether you're a man or a woman, is, to go up to somebody that you think might be attractive and try to have a conversation, try to stand out, to that person to make them be interested and want to talk to you more. So, I mean, what he said, wasn't a big deal to me. I wouldn't take it as a big deal. Overjoyed, he flashes you a smile and then prances out of the store like a schoolgirl. You can't help but be flattered in how happy he was to get your phone number. Only time will tell what his intentions with you are, but he seems much different than the usual creeps who hit on you. It wouldn't be fair if you didn't at least give him a chance. After walking around for a bit longer and people watching out the window, you decide to head back to your apartment. Okay, so it went down another 10%. We're at 40%. After getting home, after catching up with Felix After getting home and catching up with Felix, you relax for a while in your living room. You heat up some frozen food from your freezer and ponder what you should do this evening. As you do this, you think about visiting one of your friends.
I should give someone a call and see if they want to hang out.
Oh, I can't hang out with one of the dudes. They're going to make me hang out with one of them. Let's go with Jane. After thinking it over, you decide to give Jane a call. It's been long enough since getting her number, you begin dialing it up. It somehow stuck around in your memory, perhaps for a reason.
Hey Jane, this is Princess. Would tonight be good for us to get properly reacquainted?
For sure. I just got back from work, so I'm relaxing at home. If you're down for it, I know a really cool nature spot where we can watch the sunset.
That sounds super cute. I would love to do that.
Okay, awesome. Meet me at the national park near the south side of town. Hurry before the sun sets.
Luckily, you already live near the south side of town, so it's not too far of a walk from here. If you leave now, you will get there in around 10 minutes. You decide it would be best to head over right now to get there before she does. There's still a little while until the sun will fully set, but you don't have anything better to do. You follow the side streets in your neighborhood in the opposite direction as usual. This path usually takes you into downtown, but today you're walking the other way to get out of town. Getting out of town is a lot shorter of a walk than your usual route. It sucks having a longer commute, but it is well worth it for the lower rent.
Oh, hey, Princess! You made it just in time.
Judging from her bored expression before seeing you, it's safe to assume Jane has been here for a while. Perhaps she was already here when you called her.
You got here really early, didn't you, Jane?
Wait, how did you know that? Well, you are right on that one.
Nothing wrong with that. I was just wondering how you got here so fast after work.
Well, I don't really like being home alone. So, usually, I change after work and go on long walks until the sun sets.
Question her, let it slide. Well, I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, if she's just one of those people that's a sociable person, or just doesn't like sitting at home alone because it makes her depressed, I'll let it slide. It is kind of weird that she isn't comfortable alone, but that really isn't my business. We basically just met, so that would be a very invasive question to ask. If we keep hanging out, I'm sure she'll talk about it when she feels like she's ready.
I picked out a cool spot for us to sit and watch the sunset. Follow me.
Jane took you on a surprisingly long walk through the national park. You realize it had been a while since you have exercised, so it was much more of a challenge for you than it should have been. After walking for a while, you and Jane sit down under a tree with a perfect view of the setting sun. Around 5 or 10 minutes pass by, and you both admire its
Sitting
beauty.
out here with you makes me feel like a kid again. Enjoying the last bit of playtime before my mom calls me in for supper.
I'm glad you feel that way. Did you play outside a lot when you were little?
Well, yeah. It's not like I had anything better to do in Thomasville. You would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Yes, that's true, I suppose. Although the nature around there was really extraordinary. I think growing up in Thomasville was a big reason why I chose to pursue environmental science.
You smile at Jane fondly to show your support. It seems that small town life has had an impact on both of you. Although you aren't as passionate about nature as Jane, you still can understand its influence on her. Maybe the two of you are more similar than you initially expected.
Even though we don't really know each other well, watching the sunset with you is making me really happy. Thank you so much for coming here to hang out with me.
It's no problem, really. I'm enjoying myself too.
Jane seems to wear her heart on her sleeve and is very appreciative of you. It's hard for you to respond to an unexpectedly kind words. It's just not something you're used to. You feel that your response could have been more affectionate, but it was adequate nonetheless. The sparkling look of happiness in her eyes tells you that it was enough to satisfy her.
I just want to enjoy this moment together as long as I can. Do you mind if I scoot a little closer?
You and Jane sit close together and watch the sunset. Just before the night fell, she guided you back down the trail to the city. She had the kind of happiness that you thought only a child could have. You couldn't help but let her pure heart fill you with joy. Okay, so that went down to 10. Okay, this is the end of the demo. Thank you so much for playing, and please continue supporting Princess of World's End. We are at Wacol Studios, have poured our heart and soul into the project, so it means a lot for you to play, so really, thank you so much. Please wishlist and share the game with anyone you may think would be interested. Which, yeah, that's what I just did. So I hope you all enjoyed Princess of World's End. Definitely a good starter for the story. I love the coffee minigames, but I sucked at them. But I do find them, a lot of fun. I do enjoy stuff like that. But I kept getting confused with all the information, so that was it was kind of a fun challenge. But I got 2, so I'm proud of myself on that. But like I said, I hope you all enjoyed. I will leave the game information for the Steam page at the bottom of the video there. And let me know your thoughts and feelings about Princess of World's End. I'm looking forward to see, where the story goes and where we develop some kind of powers. I'd like to see where those are going to go, further into the story. So please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.